Interest justified. Shall I revive?
Offer no help. We must be sure. If she survives the trek to safety, then her worth will be established. We will wait at the command center exactly 1 day for our proof. We are impressed. You are worthy to be the Emperor's wrath.
After what just happened, I'm ready to be anybody's wrath.
We are your ally, friend. Look on me. I am Servant 1. This is Servant 2. We are the Emperor's hand. The Dark Council runs blind. We alone oversee the Emperor's will in the galaxy.
And you sure are a couple of cheery ones, aren't you? Look, Thing 1 and Thing 2, why exactly should I trade one master for another master after my last one just tried to get me killed?
Darth Barris seizes power against the Emperor's wishes. He must be stopped.
Okay, well, I am definitely seeing an advantage here. So, what exactly do you need me for?
An empty hand can only slap.
Right. Do you have somebody who doesn't speak in metaphors? The saner of the two explains that what's happened is that Barris claims to be the voice of the Emperor. The Emperor is a little busy, so he has a voice whose job it is solely to be the conduit for his words for whenever he needs to add something important. This is very important because the Dark Council has to listen to the voice, and Barris claims that it's him. Unfortunately, the real voice is unavailable, so there's no one to dispute Barris's claim.
Some on the Council truly believe. Others see an advantage in supporting him, and Barris plots against those who oppose him.
Yeah, fine, sure. Whatever gives Barris a black eye is okay with me, so it looks like I'm on your team. Team Crazy. What makes me a great choice as Wrath, besides the fact that I'm incredible, is the fact that Barris thinks I'm dead. The Emperor not only needs an agent to carry out his will, he also needs someone that Barris hasn't already figured out a way to thwart. So I head back to the ship so we can further develop our strategy.
My lord, when Servant 1 contacted the ship in your absence, I didn't know what to make of it. So it's true. You've been chosen as the Emperor's wrath. And we now fight against Darth Barris.
Didn't care for old man Barris anyway.
You have maneuvered even closer to the heart of the Empire. Great strides can be made.
I don't know. Those hand weirdos kinda creep me out.
With our present company? Wow, that is really saying something.
I have docked with the Belsavis space station.
Roth, Belsavis has been the Republic's best-kept secret.
Well, I'll have to take your word for that. If there was a better-kept secret, then we wouldn't know about it, would we? The reason Belsavis is so important is because it churns up history. Barris has a sister, Darth Ekage, who was on the Dark Council and led a group of expert assassins called the Infiltrators. The Infiltrators were a terrifying force to both the Republic and the Empire, so it was actually something of a relief when Nomen Karr and his forces defeated them. They thought that Ekage had been slain, but she was actually dumped in the top-secret prison of Belsavis, and now that it has become known, Barris is going to want to see her rescued, as she could bolster his own power and ensure that his claim was accepted and he would be the de facto ruler of the Empire. All in all, giving unlimited power and an army of assassins to an enemy that wants me dead is really not good for my long-term health, so I'm going to have to foil any attempt to free Ekage.
To crack the door to Belsavis, the Emperor has directed the guardsmen to coordinate extractions from the prison planet. A clever cover.
Well, he is your boss. I think he'd say that either way. Well, with that knowledge, we head down to try to find out from the Imperials just who Barris's agents might be.
I seek information about a mission to break out Darth Ekage and her assassins.
That's Lord Melikost's mission. He and his team have been permitted to venture deep within the Belsavis prison. The order came directly from Darth Barris, and you don't have clearance to know more.
Okay, I don't have clearance, but does my lightsaber have clearance? Because I've found that there's been nothing that people haven't been willing to share with it.
Lord Melikost invaded the prison this morning with a squadron of commandos. He's placed them throughout this level of the prison to cover his descent, and to secure the area for his exit.
See, it's a real icebreaker. Now, I need to find out where they're going without tipping them off that I'm coming. Kind of wish I'd brought Quinn along. This is a Quinn sort of problem, isn't it?
Do you have any advice on how I should handle that dilemma?
Me? My lord, I figure the Sith run this empire, so the rest of us are, well, fodder.
I mean, we've all known that, really. It's just you flopping it out there all pink and naked just makes me reconsider my career choices.
You're gonna burn for this.
Sith, you... You're not going to just leave with her leveling such threats, are you? Your mission will suffer.
Oh, that is a dilemma. I mean, on the one hand, if I kill her, I mean, that's unquestionably cold-blooded murder. On the other hand, though, if I do nothing, he's definitely going to be executed. And it can be argued that my inaction caused that to happen. Oh, tough one. Well, why don't we look at this like bacteria? Like, some of the bacteria becomes resistant to the antibiotics, and that's the bad stuff. You don't want the stuff that's resistant to you to flourish. You want the stuff that's not resistant to you to flourish, so that later on you could kill it if you had to. Okay, that's a shit example. The point is, I'm going to kill you. Sorry.
Yeah. Your decisiveness is enviable. I will cover your back, Sith. And Darth Barris will be none the wiser. You have my word.
Yeah, we'll have fun debating this one in group, but right now I think that I really made the right call. Well, as I expected, Lord Melikoth's men assumed that as an intrusive Sith I must be working against their interests, and so they attack me. So I have to kill them. All of them, really. Except, of course, for the one who's in charge. He's in the back, unaware of what's happening, you know. Officers, what can you do? Still, it is nice not to have to kill everybody for once, you know, just to shake things up a little bit. It's kind of nice to leave some survivors. It does take him a little while to get up to speed, though, on what exactly is going on here.
What's the meaning of this? My men and I are here in support of Lord Melikost. If you're responsible for this, you will answer to him.
I answer to no one. Lord Melikost's master made sure of that. Tell me where Melikost is, and I'll gladly present myself to him.
Damn these Sith games.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir here. This is not what I came in for. I assumed that it was a great 9-to-5 opportunity to do a lot of travel, get lots of respect, and an opportunity to meet and overcome challenges. Nobody told me about all the bullshit that goes with this job. I mean, as bad as the office politics have been in some of my last jobs, at the end of the day, nobody ever buried me in a cave-in on purpose. I'm sorry. I don't want to dump my problems on you. I'm sure you got plenty of your own, like me killing all of your men. Sorry about that. Just tell me where I need to go, okay, and I'll get out of your hair.
Lord Melikost proceeded into the high-security sector of Belsavis. He's after the records room at the Blown Republic prison there. He seeks the location of a former Dark Council member.
Do I have to kill you to keep you from warning Lord Melikost that I'm coming?
Absolutely not, Sith. I mean, my lord.
Good, because if I had to kill you, then my argument that it was self-defense to kill all those guys kind of evaporates. It says that I would have killed them anyway if you help me and I kill you anyway. So it's off through more of the prison complex until we finally find a locked door. Well, this'll be a problem. What's worse is there's someone on the other side.
Hello out there. A word, please. I am Jedi Master Somnic Timms.
Well, crap in a sack. Not another Jedi. This is probably going to be just as bad as all the rest have been.
Good try, but I sense your nature. I know you are Sith. I even know who you are. Many years past, I was the Padawan of Master Nomen Karr. He and I forged a bond through the Force. I know about your confrontation with Master Karr and what you did to him.
No, I take it back. It's probably going to be even worse.
Ever since you defeated Karr and took Jace Wilson, the Jedi Council has been keeping track of you.
Really? Now I'm starting to wonder if all those Jedi I ran across were just accidents, or if they were being deliberately sent after me. I might sound paranoid, but then my former master tried to murder me. I'd be an idiot if I wasn't paranoid. Still, this one at least recognizes the reality of his situation. I need the data that he has, but can't get in. He has the data, but he can't get out. If we work together, then the door will be open.
If I do this, you'll give me access to the information I need.
You have my word.
All right. It's just that the last Jedi Master who told me that I had his word was lying straight out of his ass, and he was your old master. All right, so we head out, though, take out the shield, and then use our powers together to get the door bashed down.
Well done, Sith. Now, wait a moment. You're Jace Wilson, aren't you?
Yeah, she was the one who was just standing there while I bashed the door in.
Any regrets, my dear? Joining up with this rogue?
Most days, no. I believe all beings have a great capacity to change.
Yeah, that's step 3. I keep flipping back and forth between steps 8 and 9. It's not that I'm faltering, it's just that step 9 is you make amends to everybody on your list, and my list keeps getting longer. Which reminds me, Jace, so we gotta add all those soldiers to the list. Oh, how many data pads is it now? 5 or 6?
I'd say they've seen better days. Still smoking. I wonder who could have destroyed them.
Ass. Oh, I give you my word. I'm not even putting you on the list. Whatever you get, you have coming.
I did it to make sure no one else sent by Darth Barris could succeed. That is, after you and I stopped Lord Melicost. Now, I'm the only one who knows where to go. Our goals are one, even if our motives vary. I suggest a partnership.
I don't know. You didn't demonstrate a whole lot of trust by doing it before I came through the door. All right, fine, whatever, Grandmaster Kermit. Where are we off to now?
All I'll tell you is that we're headed for Deep Prison. The exact location of Darth Ekige's cell remains my secret. In good faith, I'll point you to her assassins. You can make sure they remain locked up while I get access to the Deep Prison.
Nah, maybe we should reverse that. You weren't exactly Houdini getting out of here, were you?
You might get the assassins to back down without a fight. Me? Not so much.
Yeah, if I did, it'd be a first. Still, I can't say no to those puppy dog eyes of yours. Fine, we'll do it your way. So we battle our way through the prison complex to the next area of cells, where the assassins finally are. Deep inside a place with even more guards that I have to beat my way past. But finally we're in there only to find that the infiltrators have already been sprung by the forces of the bad guys.
My authority comes from the highest station. I am the Emperor's wrath.
There is truth in your words. I can feel it, but I sense hostility toward my mistress, Darth Ekige.
Okay, do you mean mistress as the one you serve, or mistress as in you and her vroom vroom? Because you should know that I'm here on orders from the Emperor himself, so if you've got any strong ties with her, you may want to reconsider that.
My fellow infiltrators and I pledge our support to you and the Emperor.
Good, and we were able to resolve this without further loss of life. Look, I'm not going to try to tell you how to do your job. I'd just like to ask next time, can you get their names first? It just saves me a lot of time on the back end when I have to make the list.
My fellows, we are not only free of these cells, we have been liberated from the rule of Darth Ekij. We will not interfere when you face Darth Ekij, my lord. You have my word.
Good, good. Well, clearly you are men of honor from the way you killed these men with your mind. Anyway, just be ready when the Emperor needs you, okay?
May your strength surge when you face the Mistress.
Yeah, I'm still not sure which way you're using that word. Well, time to check and see how our Jedi is handling things.
I found a route into the deep prison, but it was a struggle, and unfortunately the way collapsed behind me.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Funny how things that I need around you suddenly get broken.
Sending the coordinates for our rendezvous. From there, it's quick to Darth Ekij's cell. Good luck, Sith. I hope you make it. Can't really do this alone.
You know, so far he does seem reasonable. It's just that with my experience with every other Jedi, even if he's being sincere, it's coming across like he's blowing smoke up my ass like he's a hut with a hookah. So we follow the coordinates and it leads me to this scenic place. Wonder if there's any real estate for sale. I really could use a place right here, assuming I ever needed to capture James Bond. Well, we get there, and instead of finding our Jedi, we find a datapad. Now, the datapad claims that he's actually left because the forces for the bad guys are coming in order to kill me. And so we'll be flanked if we go in together, so he is going to try to draw them off and deal with them separately. Against my better judgment, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't actually done anything to make me suspect that he's up to anything else. And so far, he's managed to rein in his condescension for the most part. So, time to lead the way to go and face a former Dark Council member. Well, I admit she wasn't what I was expecting, but she also looks a lot scarier than I was expecting too.
Rage, wrath, vengeance. I've been dormant too long. I need outlets.
Oh great, just what I needed, a Sith version of Brunmark.
Had my brother sent anyone else, I would destroy them for practice.
So I see the same sense of gratitude runs in the family. I figure I'll hide here and see if there's anything good that I can learn. And so far what I'm learning is that this guy is having a worse day than I am. All that mischief I got up to is making him look bad in front of his new boss, until...
You've grown incompetent in your old age. I believe I will vent my frustrations after all. I will tell your master, my brother, the future voice of the Emperor, that you died like a dog.
Yeah, appropriate, he was killed by a bitch.
She's with me, Ekij.
Nomenkar's sad little whelp. This just gets better and better. If you're aligned with this Jedi, you are a fool and a traitor.
I work for the Emperor, as in the one who runs the Empire. The clue is in the name.
So, the Emperor's hand now works with the Jedi. No wonder my brother defies the Emperor.
Oh, for someone going off about rage, wrath, and vengeance, all I'm hearing from you is spin. Would you like to take a few minutes to consult with your PR experts before we fight?
I just destroyed a lord with a mere flick of my wrist. Don't blink. I'm about to do it again.
Go right ahead. The last Sith who faced me died so fast the Grim Reaper showed up 5 minutes late.
Have my powers waned as I languished here?
Well, how the hell would I know? I mean, he was an apprentice, and I've never seen you before in my life, so I'm just going to chalk it up to me being awesome. I find erring on that side usually makes me right. Anyway, back into prison you go. And this time, our Jedi friend is going to make sure the locks can't be broken.
Now, what's to be between us? Do we part as friends or as enemies?
Well, I've racked my brain here, and I can't think of any Jedi who didn't fight me or threaten to fight me at some point, except for you. I mean, even Jaisa here attacked me one time. Wasn't that right, Jaisa? Yeah, I kicked your ass, too. So yeah, you're free to go.
Now, we return to the ship and inform the Hand that the deed is done.
Bet you 100 credits that number 2 is going to say something crazy in response to our victory. No bet, huh? I didn't think so.
The key Dark Council member who opposes Barris's attempt to be named Voice of the Emperor is Darth Vowron. Vowron is spearheading the battle for Corellia, and Barris secretly undermines his efforts. He hopes to orchestrate Vowron's failure or death.
What? Does he know how much trouble was went through to take that? Hell, Pierce and his group taking the Bastion was a major undertaking. And now he's undermining our efforts? What a douche nozzle. You better hope he's wearing a helmet down below, because I'm going to plant my boot right in his lightsaber crystals.
The Empire's Armageddon Battalion was to be assigned to Corellia, but Barris redirected it to Hoth, where its strength is being wasted. General Greast commands. He must be convinced to abandon Barris's orders and take Armageddon Battalion to Corellia.
Okay, so any thoughts on that?
I served with General Grease for a time, my lord. As tough as they come, and stubborn.
That sounds rough. You can come along, at least you'll be my in with him. It might make all the difference.
Great. Back to the deep freeze.
Hoth is a big place, my lord. It could take a long time to find Greased.
Ah, but you forgot one thing. Slint. We met him last time on Hoth, remember?
Of course, Barris is rather tough on underlings. Assuming Slint hasn't been disposed of.
That's not a bad point. I mean, hell, Barris tried to kill me after all, and I'm hardly what you'd call incompetent. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but I took a mid-level Sith bureaucrat and helped him become a member of the Dark Council. I think I do my job pretty well when you put it that way. Maybe it's just that Barris is one of those really insecure mad rulers, you know? One of those despots who demands that his followers be in the Goldilocks zone, you know? Not so competent that they feel threatened, but not so bad as to be useless to them. What we've got to hope for is that our contact is mediocre. That's our best chance. We want someone who can rise to the level of... You'll do.
You? Is Darth Barris cross with me? Whatever I've done, I'll undo it.
Yep, I'm smelling semi-competent mediocrity all over this guy. We're safe. The problem is that the General's location is supposed to be kept silent on pain of death. However, since he thinks that I still work for Barris, I make clear that he's not talking about me. And he buys it. Hopefully he's not going to buy it at a later date, too.
General Greast and his men have been ordered to sit tight in a cave system not far from here. Here are the coordinates. Glad I could be of assistance, my lord.
How fitting. After all, we left that Jedi Master in that cave so that he would stay out of the war. And now Barris is doing the same thing with our best forces. It's like some kind of weird space Marcus of Queensberry rules. Let's take all our best people and just shove them in a cave on an ice planet. Anyway, with Pierce as my side, we're going to go see if we can talk the General out of this asinine situation.
General, the men are getting antsy. We got geared up for Corellia, where the real fighting is. Instead, we're protecting these caves from Wampus?
Yeah, even on a planet entirely made of ice, they can still smell something fishy. It's clear that the General is one of the more reasonable ones. He's here only because he believes that there's probably some much larger plan going on that they're not aware of at this moment. Some key strategy that will be revealed in time as some brilliant stroke. I mean, it does happen sometimes. Maybe this is some kind of grand design, and when the moment comes, they'll be the linchpin of that. No, instead, they're going to guard some Tauntaun shit. I try to explain to him that that isn't the case, but it's pretty hard to get him to go against the Dark Council. I admit in his place, I'd be pretty hesitant too. But I know just how to appeal to him as a soldier.
Soldiers are dying while you sit on your hands.
Captain.
Yes, General.
Make ready the men. We're moving out for Corellia.
Yes, sir.
There, Sith. Happy now?
Not until I get off this planet. This place is frickin' freezing. What a place to have to go when you have pantalunophobia. So, with that sorted out, Pierce and I can head back to the ship and... Oh, what fresh flavor of shit is this?
You're looking well for someone I blew up.
You're looking smug for a guy who fucked up a simple task. But hey, I know who your boss is, so congratulations, you're in the Goldilocks zone. You managed to remain incompetent enough to keep your job.
I now work for the Emperor's hand, and Barris is in direct defiance of the Emperor's will.
Lies will not save you, friend. Barris held back when training you, but he taught me everything. And Darth Vengeance showed me dark side secrets even Barris doesn't know.
Yeah, big talk from a guy who thinks that assassination is pushing a button and clocking out early. What are you planning to do? Play Minesweeper at me?
Ah, you think you're doing well. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I have a secret. I can't be killed.
That a fact. You do remind me of a cockroach in a lot of ways. Luckily for me, this isn't a battle to the death. This is a battle to the me kicking the ever-loving shit out of you.
Persistent. It's time I stop prolonging this.
I agree completely. It's time you admit you've lost, and you will always be a loser. In the contest of the greatest loser in the galaxy, you will come in second place because you're that big a loser.
All right. You must be the luckiest being in the galaxy. But Darth Barris will see that luck run out.
Just admit it. You suck so much that you've never finished anything in your life, right? If you threw yourself off a building, you'd probably get hit by a bus 2 feet before you hit the ground.
He'll burn to a crisp down there. I could shoot him and put him out of his misery, but why?
You're right. After all, he can't be killed, so you'd just be wasting a shot. Come on, let's gather our people and get him back on the ship. They need some medical attention. Brunmark's starting to smell like a tire fire. Ugh.
Roth, Servant 2 sensed the presence of Barris's apprentice, Drog.
Hidden in life, announced in death.
Okay, I gotta ask, was he always like this, or was the job that turned him into this? Because if this is the future of working for the Emperor, I'm gonna change my mind.
Darth Vowron is receiving his reinforcements on Corellia. This and the loss of Drog will incense Barris. He will tighten his grip. Your disruption of Barris's plans continues. There is crucial need for you now on a planet called Voss.
Oh, do I really have to? Why don't I just go to Drummond Koss and stab him in the face, and then our problems would be over with? I mean, what do? Throw more useless apprentices at me? That won't be a problem. And facing the guy himself is going to be a piece of cake. I mean, crying out loud. The man does less physical activity in a day than the average mushroom.
I have docked at the Voss space station.
Darkness that silences await.
Voss is a strange world.
You hang around with this guy all day and you call Voss strange? I'm not sure I want to go down there.
You need permission from a sanctioned official to shuttle down. We've contacted Darth Saravin, the emissary trying to woo the Voss. He believes you're coming to help.
Sure, that's accurate. I'm going to kill Barris, and that's good for everybody. Anyway, what's so special about this place?
Years ago, when the Empire became aware of Voss, the Emperor sent the military to lay siege to the planet. The visionaries thwarted what they foresaw to be a simple attempt to conquer. But the Emperor's purpose was to claim a Voss visionary to house the voice of the Emperor.
So the Emperor's idea of hanging out a help wanted sign is to invade a planet. No half measures that guy. Anyway, what that means then is that I've got to try to find the voice here, since having the real voice will prove that Barris is nothing but a big ass.
The voice sought a Voss hermit named Madagar Rue.
Madagar Rue? Sounds like the name of an Australian cereal mascot. Alright, but if I'm going to find the voice, I'm going to have to retrace his steps, so let's go and find this guy. So, in order to try to locate Tony the Tiger, we start heading around lighting various pyres because that'll get us in touch with him, I guess. Well, I've done weirder things.
Voss welcomes you, outsider. Why do you seek Madigaru?
He has knowledge I need.
A worthy goal. Madigaru will meet you. The location is revealed.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Can you maybe send an Uber to me so that I can get to wherever it is I need to go? Finally, in the back of this cave, we're able to locate his rudeness and have a proper conversation.
I am Madigaru. I appeared at the signal pyre. I appear here.
Yeah, I suppose I was just being optimistic. Actually, I've got a bit of morbid curiosity. I'd like to see you have a conversation with Servant 2 sometime.
I'm hoping you know where he went.
There is much I could tell you. On Voss, everything gained is paid for. You must share a secret. Any secret will do.
Oh, yeah, I have no discomfort about giving personal information to you. Still, what's the worst that can happen? You might tell what I said to somebody else. Guy lives in a cave. So I tell him about not killing Master Yonlock, and apparently that's all he needed to know, because he tells me that the voice went off to the Dark Heart Chamber in the Nightmare Lands. I suppose it was too much to hope that I would have to go to a beach or something.
Your predecessor wrapped himself in the blessing of oneness. Without it, an outsider cannot even see the gateway to the Dark Heart.
I suppose it was too much to ask that I wouldn't have to be exposed to more crazy rituals. Okay, fine, I guess we're off to the temple. Well, I guess we can't have any old ritual. We gotta do some specialized thing. I don't know. I guess it's like going to a specialist doctor or something. You know, I need some kind of specialist in the field of going to the Dark Heart Chamber or something. Just hope my HMO will cover that.
Are you Varnick Zo? I require the blessing of oneness.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't know it was such a sensitive topic with you. Oh, I guess this has nothing to do with me. She's healing this guy by taking his pain on, or she's using her pain to heal him, or maybe it causes pain. I don't really know. I didn't really get into the force theory kind of thing. I was more of a applied force sort of thing, as in, where's the best place to put a lightsaber kind of philosophy.
To be granted the blessing, a sacrifice must be made. To heal, I siphon strength from the able. Will you submit?
Yeah, sure, so long as it's temporary. I need my strength later to be inflicting some wounds rather than curing them. Oh, that's not what I had in mind. Oh, I think I threw up my own asshole.
Your sacrifice heals the ailing. The blessing of oneness is earned.
Good, because I ain't got nothing left. So, we finally have the ritual.
You have the blessing. It will allow you to see the gateway to the Dark Heart. In order to unlock the gate, you must acquire the Pendant of Bone.
Oh, come on. I gotta find a relic now, and it doesn't even have a cool name.
Convince him to give the bone.
Alright, although I've yet to meet a man who took much convincing.
I seek Bidek Var.
Your kind have a sense of entitlement. It is unearned.
Ah, great. Another older guy who gets down on millennials. Apparently the guy with the bone pendant isn't here because he's off killing Gormak. And he won't come back unless the Gormak tribe leaders are dead. Well, I agree that I will go and kill these tribe leaders instead to help expedite the process. It's kind of shaky ground there. I mean, that's definitely not going to be an act of self-defense there. But I don't think it calls as murder because this is a war. And in war, I think that, like, it doesn't count unless you're, like, killing, civilians on purpose or something. But otherwise, everybody else is fair game. I'm not sure. It's all kind of theoretical for me. I'm not even sure if technically I'm going to be allowed to kill Barriss in revenge. I mean, I'm doing it either way. It's just whether or not people are going to be wagging their finger at me that I shouldn't have done it. Okay, so they're dead. Now, I was wondering if we can talk about my problems?
I need that talisman around your neck.
The Pendant of Bone?
It is a charm. No monetary value or power. Why?
I'd like to know too, actually. Some yellow sort of ghost guy told me I need to have it.
The bone gives me no advantage. To profit from it is good. I will award it, for a price. You killed enemy chieftains, but the Gormak War Master lives. Defeat him, the talisman will be yours.
But you just said it's worthless, and I went into a war zone for you.
To get a meeting, this gets you the talisman.
All right, I'll enable your laziness.
So we spend a long time fighting our way through the enemy defenses in order to breach their stronghold, get past more defenses, and finally get to the big cheese himself, who I then kill. I hope they're happy. One thing's for sure, none of these people are going on the list. I'm not here to kill anybody because I want to. I don't even want to be here in the first place. Anyway, I finally get the stupid bone pendant.
I have guided you. Now I request your help. I need to live in your skin. Seize control of you. You will be unchanged and not feel a thing.
Dude, there is a line and you just leapt across it. Fine, let's just get this mission over with. Jaisa, you play chaperone. If he starts fondling all my naughty bits, I want you to tell me so that we can hunt him down and kill him. There's no way in hell he's going on the list either. So he gets in there, does whatever the hell he's doing, and then it's over. Ugh. Is it possible for your soul to get a shower?
I guess I'll have to continue on not understanding any of this.
It will remain a mystery until it no longer is.
Oh, that is fucking deep. I'm about to hear the sound of one face palming. So with that pleasantness behind us, we headed to the Nightmare Lands. Who knew that would be something to look forward to? We finally find our way to where the Dark Heart Chamber is. The spell will let me pass through, and the bone pendant, I guess, is the key. I mean, I kind of figured that, but I also figured my lightsaber probably could have opened it just as well.
Defiler, trespasser, Selmakor warns. Retreat, relent, death awaits.
Oh, piss off. You've no idea the week I've had. Selmakor is not very happy with that response and proceeds to hurl a whole bunch of monsters at me, which I then kill. It's, kind of my thing. I don't have a large skill set, but that's where a lot of it is directed.
No closer. Desist. Death embodied. Death itself.
I'm starting to get the feeling I'm going to find the great and powerful Oz in here at some point.
Wrath, come to me. I am your emperor. Darth Barras plays the old games. He maneuvered me here. Knowing this body could be bound to this place, Barras planned my pilgrimage, offered me this body. He knew any Voss who entered this chamber could never leave.
Boy, I know that Barras was a betrayer. He betrayed a lot of people, and he even betrayed me. And I thought that took guts. But the Emperor? Really? The stones on that guy. The Emperor sacrificed a whole slew of extremely powerful Sith just to help him with some ritual of his. That puts you at the bottom of the list of people to fuck with as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, strap in. This gets complicated. The Emperor has reached a point now where essentially he can move from body to body. Thanks to complications involving Revan and the former Emperor's wrath, who has in fact recently betrayed his master, so that's why there was a job opening here for Ripley. The Emperor can't leave this body, or have this body leave this place, thanks to Selmakor, the entity who is the reason that the Emperor came here in the first place. The only thing to do then is to drive Selmakor out of the body so the Emperor will be freed and can get back to his plan, whatever it is. I'm a loyal servant, so I'm sure it won't be any kind of a threat to me. Well, I won't say it easy, but it is me, so it gets taken care of.
The entity
is vanquished. The life in this body is ebbing. You have done well, my Wrath. Once I am released, the Hand will know all that has transpired. I cannot be trapped twice. They will continue to guide you in the effort to ruin Darth Barris's bid.
I'm liking the sound of that. Oh, hey, listen, since we got a moment here, I got these parking tickets that... You know what? I'll take it up with Servant 1. Never mind. So, with the Emperor's voice dead, I am free to head back to the ship and move on to the next stage of the plan. Only...
I come to pay for what I took. Knowledge and a warning.
Do I need to get a restraining order against you? He explains that it's his job to find a way to destroy Selma Core. Thanks to taking over my body, he was able to do that. Could have something to do with my connection to the Emperor and the Emperor's connection to Selma Core. I guess that would make sense. Anyway, thanks to me, he's found the answer. And of course, he's supposed to give me something in return.
I grant you this secret. Be warned. One of your own plots to betray you.
Tell me which one.
The vision ends. You must be the interpreter.
Well, that sucks. I mean, he could be wrong, but it would actually explain what happened with Belsavis. I mean, sure, one of the lackeys could have contacted Barris and told him we were there, but that would have taken too long for Drog to get there in time. No. It makes a lot more sense that somebody on my ship contacted Barris secretly, and Drog got there before we got back. So again, that sucks.
All hail the Overlord! All hail the Overlord!
Tell me more of this.
Barris planned my pilgrimage.
Sorry, that was me. My cat litter trays arrived.